evening, everyone. My first husband, Helmut,
Oh, God, no.
once went to a prosperity consciousness workshop at Unity Church. And he learned that the more money you give away, the richer you become. Now, he's basically very cheap. He's more frugal than an Egyptian recycler. In fact, that's probably one of the hardest habits to break, but he decided to give it a good try and to help out the needy people in his life. And the first person he chose was one of our neighbors, Wu, a Chinese blind immigrant who moved next door to us. And Wu couldn't afford a guide dog. So Helmut decided to get him one. So he went to the budget guide dog school. They were a little cheaper there because they took dogs from the shelter. And he got him a dog, a guide dog. The only problem was that that fat little dachshund had a compulsion for chasing squirrels. Even into busy streets and dumpsters. Woo lost 30 pounds after he got his guide dog. Well, then Helmut decided to help a friend of his that he knew from his AA group, Vanilla Bright, who was a drag queen, worked at Randall's Hideaway. And she got fired because her teeth were so bad. So Helmut decided to pay for some dental work for her. So he contacted an old friend of his from Arkansas, Duncan Pickler, who ran the Duncan Pickler Dental School in Oshkosh. And he worked out a deal with him to fix Vanilla Bright's teeth. The only problem was that Dr. Pickler had Tourette's.
Tourette's.
And Vanilla Bright's teeth turned out just fine, but she ended up with a bunch of drill holes in her left cheek. So Helmut decided to take her to a plastic surgeon. So he found this very reasonably priced plastic surgeon named S.S. Smirnoff.
Oh my God.
And took Vanilla Bright in to meet him. The only problem was, besides Dr. Smirnoff's long nose, was that he was missing both his thumbs. Now he explained to Helmut and to Vanilla Bright that he had lost his thumbs in a tower saw accident while he was building an outhouse at his homestead. And his thumbs flew up in the air, and his pet pig Matilda ate them. Oh no. So Dr. Smirnoff was rushed to the emergency room of his nearby hospital, and the surgeon on call took both his great toes, his big toes, and sewed them on where the thumbs used to be. Now, Dr. Smirnoff said to Helmut and to Vanilla Bright, now don't worry, I can really do surgery with my toe thumbs. I practiced a long time and I can do a really good job. The only problem is, since my big toes are missing, I sometimes lose my balance and fall into my patient during surgery. Well, this scared Vanilla bright, so she said she didn't want the surgery, and instead, she stuck some rhinestones in those holes in her cheek, and she really became quite successful as a drag queen. Her big smile, her sparkly cheeks. But Helmut was really stressed out with his prosperity stuff. So he decided to take a little holiday or refuge at this abbey that's run by vegetarian monks right outside of Cudahy. And he was going to rejuvenate himself. The only problem was that the monks served beans at every meal, which awakened Helmut's family curse. And since the abbey had no electricity and it was lit by candles,
Oh boy.
it was too dangerous for Helmut to stay. So he was the only person in 200 years that was kicked out of the abbey. That's my story.
Patti Anderson, ladies and gentlemen.